So I've used quite a few project management tools in my over 10 years of being a project manager. And there are quite a few factors that go into what is the best tool. But I would say the most obvious factor is going to be the type of project that you're managing. So for me, what I prefer if I'm managing a more traditional waterfall project, I typically will prefer something like Smartsheet or Microsoft Project because it has features that allows for me to be able to better discern what the critical path is going to be without having to manually calculate that. Versus if I'm working with more agile teams where we are delivering on an incremental basis, then I find that something like Jira is going to be more of a helpful tool because it allows for us to visualize our work in a way that Microsoft Project or Smartsheet doesn't necessarily allow for. And so over the course of my career, I've used these various tools really because the organizations that I've been a part of have had different tools that they've selected. And so, what I want to highlight, because sometimes the concern is that, especially with these, there's always some new tool coming out. There's Asana, I think there's Monday.com. I've not really used these tools, but what I will say is that it's most important to understand what's underlying the behavior of these tools and what they're trying to do. Frankly, if you are just wanting to use something that is maybe just the easiest thing to use, you could use something like Microsoft Excel if you really wanted to. Now, it's definitely not the best, but I will say to not necessarily get intimidated by the learning curves about these tools and really just focus on what it is that you need to get from these tools, what types of questions it is that you need to be able to answer to discern which tool is going to be best for you. If you even have the ability to give input, because sometimes you don't. Sometimes the organization just chooses the tool and you have to work within the limitations of that.